Welcome to the South Hockey Radio Network, everybody, and live on Twitch. We've got a good one for you today. It's the second to last game of the regular season. Glenbrook South and Loyola Gold here at the Glenview Ice Center. My name is Dylan Ward, and joining me is someone who's been on the broadcast maybe 6-7 times throughout the last two seasons. My father, John Ward, coming in here and co-commentating with me. So welcome back to the booth, Dad, and it's going to be a good one. Loyola is your former high school.
Yeah, Dylan, thanks so much for asking me to do this. I always have a little bit of nerves before we start, but everything's setting up for a pretty big contest here on Saturday night. There's a lot of people in the house here, and yeah, Loyola being my alma mater. I never played hockey, back then, but it just looks like it's going to be a good game, tight game, low-scoring game if we look back at some of the goals that have been scored in past games. So,
yeah, Loyola Gold and GBS, a 1-0 shootout win for the Titans very early in the season. It was actually the home opener for Glenbrook South against these Ramblers, and a 3-2 win at the All-State Arena, which of course initially did not count in the standings due to an issue with the venue, but the SHL has just announced this afternoon that the coaches have agreed to count that game after all because they didn't have time to reschedule it. So GBS gets a free win in the standings and their record gets affected by that. So having said that, they can go for the sweep against Loyola Gold, but a good start, very important, also the goaltender.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. GBS puts one on the win column without lacing them up. But they come out here and they really, really want this. They obviously probably have forgotten about that victory that they got this afternoon, and they're going to be looking for the big one, the real one today,
right,
in front of all these people, and to try to get a shutout against Loyola, which is always something to be positive and build on as you get closer and closer to the playoffs, which are right around the corner.
Well, Luke Winger has had a tremendous couple of games against Loyola Gold. Do you want to touch on that a little bit, John?
Well, I just want to say that Winger has only allowed 2 goals in the previous 2 games. Now, that's not to say GBS has racked up a lot of goals either. They've only got 4 versus the 2, but Winger's going to have to come out and really, really perform the same way. They're going to have to look for a great night from him to get Loyola on the losing end of this contest.
Well, that too, and another thing that's very important for the Titans is to get off to a good start. Loyola has been climbing up in the standings a little bit. They had that tough start, but they've kind of gotten back into normal Rambler form. Obviously one of the most dominant teams in the state when it comes to hockey, but over the last 6 games, they've failed to score in the first period all 6 times. So if GBS can pounce on them early, that could be a good key to success.
Yeah, they're going to need it too. GBS is on a 3-game slide after putting 8 in a row on the win column. So they're going to try to get off the schneid and just think positive and get out there and skate hard for tonight's victory.
GBS looking to sweep Loyola Gold for the first time since the 2017-18 season, and for just the second time in SHL history. Teams are lining up GBS in gold, Loyola in white. Zach Fremont's line, ready for the face-off. The puck falls, Loyola takes it. We're underway in Glenview for the second to last game of the regular season for the Glenbrook South Titans. Loyola has 2 more after this one. Titans will play St. Viator on Tuesday. This one goes down into GBS's end. Ryan Mulvey off the boards. Owen Almberg to the near side. Now this is thrown to neutral ice. Jason Ban over the blue line. Left wing side, takes a shot. That's stopped by Braden Haney, the starting goaltender for Loyola. Now here's Jobert. Clears it out to neutral ice, but it missed his man Cowan, and it'll be an icing against the Ramblers just 38 seconds in.
Dylan, I just saw something I've never seen before. I think Freeman just put a puck into the net. There was an extra puck on the rink, and as the Loyola team was bringing it out of their zone, he was behind the play, and he stuck the puck into the net just to get it up. So there's only 1 puck on the rink at a time.
I must have missed that. I wonder if Gerard caught that on camera. It'll be Will Stevens ready for the face-off at the right wing side. He wins it. Sherwood out of nowhere. Tried to get a shot away, but that one wouldn't go. Here comes Chris Sipe the other direction. Sipe down to the corner, centers it for Levy, and he couldn't make anything happen there. You see 81 in white out there. That's Jack Levy. He's got Loyola's only 2 goals against Glenbrook South this season, both at Allstate Arena, home of the Wolves. Adrian Sokol tried to clear it out, kept alive at the right point. Now here's Fisher. He shoots, winger makes the save, and the Titans poke it out. Here comes Ventura through neutral ice. Nick Ventura down below the goal line, and Sipe will take it. He will come through neutral ice. Chris Sipe over the blue line. Right wing side, Sipe all the way to the net. Try to wrap around, and the net comes off its post. Winger makes the save anyway. They'll fix that, and we get another stoppage with 15:28 to go in the first.
That was a great charge by Sipe. He came all the way from end to end, made it all the way to the GBS goal, tried to wrap around. It was nice to see the GBS players, 4 players within a second on top of winger to clear out the blue paint.
Left circle face-off is won by the Titans in their own defensive zone. Tutsius out to Adam Sokol. He will dump this one down. Haney out of his net will grab it and play it to the near side corner for Monaghan. You can see on your screen, if you're watching on Twitch, lots of Loyola fans in the building as Waltman, trying to get ahead of Tutsius, brought it to the corner. Grant Lochran now to Tutsius. That one wouldn't get outside the zone. Fitzsimmons turns around and shoots, and that's saved by Winger. But a good crowd on both sides of the barn tonight. GBS students and Loyola students. I would say it's about a 50-50 split in terms of the attendance for the student sections. Fitzsimmons in the slot shoots, and Winger makes save number 4.
Winger's had his eyes open already, and I think it's good that he's already faced 3 shots. Thought it was 1 more than that, but Loyola goalie hasn't really been tested so far, so Winger's getting a little warmer, a little faster, and he's been up to the test so far. Not difficult shots, but he's put them off to the side, and that's something to get over with and get a couple of those in early.
Well, certainly an unusual circumstance in that previous game earlier this season. That was a 1-0 shootout win for the Titans. Both goalies end up getting credit for a shutout in the same game without a goal allowed in 3 periods plus OT. So both these goalies have a shutout against the team they're facing tonight.
Yeah, something that happens very rarely, but good for both of their stat sheets when they're signing their contracts.
Mikey Baker, who won a football state championship earlier this season, gloved that one out of midair, but Almberg will grab it and play it to the far side corner. Looking for Steenstrup, but Cole Jobert was there, and the Titans get it back to the near side. It's Steele at the left point, down to Baker. Now Ryan Mulvey, backhand out. Here is Steenstrup, avoids a check, and it's dumped back down into the Loyola zone. 13:40 to go in the first period, scoreless here in Glenview. Zach Freemuth down to Ban. Jason Ban out to neutral ice, found Woijala, has Sipe to beat. Casper Woijala gets it sticked off of his possession by Ryan Cowan. And so here comes Chris Sipe the other way. He dumps this one down. Winger will grab it with his stick and play it over to the far side half boards for Ban. Now out to Casper Woijala. Woijala steps over the blue line, right wing side, takes a shot on Haney, and he makes the save, stopping play with 13:10 to go in the first.
Great pace to this game, Dylan, so far. I do think you take a look at the 10 seniors on GBS's team. Each one of these games, as they move closer and closer to the end of their GBS careers, probably just that much more important. Want to do something, looking for Freemuth, looking for Ban, looking for Woijala, who leads this team with penalty minutes. He wants to stay out of the box tonight.
This is sent down by Matt Klein, goes to Vanderplug. Now it's Freemuth out to neutral ice. Jason Ban with the puck. Ban over the blue line left wing side. He takes a shot. Haney makes the save. Takes a funny bounce off the end boards. And Ryan Cowan is going to grab it. Cowan out to Jack Levy. Looking for his 3rd goal against the Titans this season. Threw into the net from the left wing point, and that's an easy one for Winger. Stops play with 12.5 to go in a scoreless first.
Yeah, his fourth save is just kind of a little bit of a dump in. Went down to him. He thought better off to just freeze the puck there with a couple Loyola guys about 10 feet away from him.
GBS with a record of 14 wins, 4 losses when they get the first goal of the game. Only 1 shot on goal so far in this game to the Ramblers 5. Titans win possession of the face-off, bring it out to neutral ice, and Levy will turn around, fire that one down. Shot on goal from about 75 feet. Adrian Sokol now to Vanderploeg. Asher Vanderploeg sent it to Nick Ventura. Couldn't get it past Steele at the blue line, and he shoots. That goes wide of the net. Now the net appears to have come off its post again. Winger fixes it during the play to keep the flow going. Stevens, now Sherwood. Wyatt Sherwood over to Ventura, but it's down by his skates and past him. So Nelson, who's playing in just his 7th game of the season, Cooper Nelson with the puck on the near side. Wyatt Sherwood now from neutral ice will dump this one down, goes below the goal line, and it's grabbed by Will Steele. Now Nelson to Fitzsimmons. Dumps this one down left wing side. Michael Algrim couldn't get that to his defensive partner, Grant Lochran. So now it goes back up high. Sipe shoots, and Winger catches it with his glove for another stoppage. Boy, Loyola controlling this one so far. Then Fitzsimmons and Monaghan, something just happened there. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that was both. If you can believe it, both of their helmets were stuck together, right in the front face mask shield, and they were trying to wiggle it apart. It looked pretty funny. So far, 3/4 of this game has been being played down to the GBS's end. So Wingers had to be on his toes. Defense playing a little bit of catch-up. So they got to start moving that puck a little faster out of their zone and get this game to the other end.
Here's Sipe from the right side. Shoots. That's blocked by Freemuth. Zach Freemuth, the junior captain, out to his alternate, Jason Ban. Now here comes Wojula, dumping this one down right wing side, goes below the line. Jason Ban fighting for possession of it in the corner. Puck up against the boards. Eventually Ban finds it, gets it out to Michael Algrim, who shoots, and a nice diving block by Julian Gabal. And Loyola finally backhands this one out. Chasing after it is Algrim. He might lose the race. Here's DJ Long getting to the puck first, but he couldn't center that one for a good scoring opportunity. And so it comes to the near side corner. Baker centered it. Here's Bain with a shot, and Winger makes the save. Another good scoring chance for Loyola, and Winger bails out his team again.
Yeah, Dylan, Loyola's winning some of those contests in the corner. Puck goes into the corner, especially in the danger zone, in GBS's zone, and Loyola walks out of the corner with the puck. You're going to get a couple shots on that. Wingers had to be sharp.
Face-off win. They try to force it to the net again, and that hit the side of the cage, I believe. Both student sections for Glenbrook South and Loyola Academy alike stood on their respective sides of the rink. Here's Bain now with it. Charlie Bain threw into the net that hit the side of the cage, bounced out. They couldn't clear it. Now it goes to Bain again. He shoots Oldenburg with a block. Rebound, Joe Bear hit the post. And the Titans get it out to neutral ice. Steenstrup to Callahan, couldn't collect that puck cleanly, and they're offsides.
Dylan, the shots on goal, 7-1 in favor of Loyola, definitely putting really all the pressure on GBS's team. And we talked earlier how Winger was going to have to come through. So far, he's making a name for himself. So, hopefully they can relieve some of the pressure on him because he can't do it all night.
Freemuth wins the faceoff again. Back to Adrian Sokol, who dumps it down. 9:40 to go in the first period. Still scoreless in Glenview. Sipe down below the line. Got it out to Tommy Messina. Messina dumps this one into the zone. Catching up to the puck is Fisher. Got it around Vanderplug with a nice move, but then couldn't catch up to his puck. Goes back for Sipe. Across for Nelson. Cooper Nelson, one pass was in the skates. His second one got into the zone, but Vanderplug out to neutralize Sipe on the near side around Ventura. Chris Sipe gets around Vanderplug as well, fires a shot, and that missed the net wide to the left. Now here's Sherwood in the neutral zone, kicks the puck up to his stick, dumps this one down from the blue line a little bit before that, and Haney forced to make an awkward save, but that'll count as the Titans' second shot on target this game. Now here's Waltman into the zone, backhander, and that's stopped by Luke Winger. Another whistle with 8:41 to go in a scoreless first. Loyola leads shots 8-2.
You'd almost think that GBS certainly could use a power play right now, not only to get the man advantage, but to slow down the pace. But this is a pretty clean game on both teams' parts, and so that might not be coming for a little bit.
GBS, the least penalized team in the SHL. Loyola, the fourth least penalized team in the SHL. So we'll see how that progresses as we continue onward. A lot of penalties in GBS's last game, though, against Neutra Green, which led to Neutra having, I believe, 4 or 5 power play opportunities in that one. Here comes Monaghan, dumping this one down. Pajerski picks it up below the line. Benji Pajerski up high, lost the puck, comes out to neutralize for Grant Loughran, who dumps this one down. Intercepted by Garvin St. John. St. John into the zone, down the left wing side, below the line. St. John dropped it off for his brother, Marvin St. John. Pardon me, Matt St. John. And it goes out to Ban as a result. Loughran ahead to Freemuth. Zach Freemuth around St. John. Freemuth backhanding this one into the zone. Matt Klein picks it up, loses an edge. Freemuth racing for the loose puck. Getting there first, though, is Jason Ban. 7 minutes to go in this opening period. 0-0 score in Glenview. John, you may have nailed it right on the head in the pregame. We might be in for another scoreless game as the Ramblers ice it. GBS will have an attacking zone faceoff with 7:03.
Yeah, momentum. I mean, like whether you're talking about pros or hockey or the Pee-wees, you know, momentum is a big thing. And so you'll see whether somebody can throw one goal up and then how that affects the rest of the game. But these guys, you know, 2 games, they've scored a total of 6 goals. So it doesn't happen a lot, at least in the first 2 games.
The end of the second game, it was a 1-1 tie after 1 period. Here comes Sherwood taking a shot, deflected up high into the netting again for another stoppage with under 7 minutes to play in the first.
Not only do they not score a lot of goals here, but the penalty kill and the power plays are almost identical for both of these teams. I believe maybe 1 percentage point difference in both of those categories. So they're really quite even when it comes to that.
Almberg trying to score from where he did on Wednesday, and it didn't work this time. We'll get another stoppage.
Oh, okay.
Braden Haney in net for the Ramblers.
Yeah, that was his first really good stop. A lot of players in front of the net. He had to look down at the skates and see where that puck was coming through, and he got himself in front of it.
Face-off win for the Ramblers in their own zone. Steele goes out to Charlie Bain. Sherwood racing in there and forcing him to the floor. Good play by Wyatt Sherwood to break up a potential chance. Now out to Ventura near side. Steele tried a shot. That wouldn't go. Baker's got it wide open. Is Jobert, and he whiffed on his shot. He was right in close, point blank. No save required for Luke Winger on the other end. Haney will catch one from neutral ice. It's still in his glove, and they didn't blow the whistle there. They wanted him to keep playing that. That was bizarre, John. He was holding that thing for about 6-7 seconds.
I don't know if he wanted a break or not, but the ref wasn't going to give it to him because there was no GBS player in sight.
Ryan Cowan The senior captain defenseman dumped it down. Adrian Sokol got it to Callahan. Matt Callahan down to the corner, tough angle shot, and Haney makes the save. So now the momentum's starting to shift in the direction of Glenbrook South a little bit here. We still don't have any goals in this game.
Dylan, the reason for that is better pass outs coming out of their own zone. They're hitting, hockey is hit the guy that's in the fastest stride, make the game simple, and so they're doing a little bit more of that, and so you saw that in the last minute and a half.
Face-off win for the Titans. Vanderplug down low. Steenstrup gets it to Sokol. Pardon me, that's Freemuth. Now it's Sokol. Freemuth with it again. Vanderplug from up high. Lost the puck. Here comes Messina. Tommy Messina over the line. Got it down below the goal line for Fisher. Now Messina to Fisher again. Adrian Sokol sneaks in there to backhand it out to neutral ice past Cowan. Ryan Cowan got it to Nelson. Now Cowan's got it once more. Cooper Nelson over the line, right wing side with a point shot that Winger grabs onto with under 5 minutes to go in the first period, 0-0.
Yeah, Winger got a good look at that one. That was just about 5 feet inside the blue line, and nobody else in front of him between him and the puck, so he was able to just kind of step on that one a little bit.
Backhand down below the goal line by the Ramblers. A fight for the puck. Eventually Waltman brings it up high. Gets it down low to the slot looking for Finnegan. He couldn't connect with him. Now Waltman off the near boards to Finnegan. Adrian Sokol on a steal. Still below the line, over to the far side. It's picked up at the far half boards by Adam Sokol. Now out to Dylan Monaghan, over the blue line. Monaghan takes a shot, a nice save by Braden Haney. Dylan Monaghan is looking for his first career varsity SHL goal there. Grant Lochran
got a power play coming.
Just keeps it outside, and 4:09 to go. Go for it. I didn't see the call.
GBS is going to try to keep their cool here because they're going to go to the power play. They want to give it back by doing something ill-advised.
I didn't see the.
So if you look at the players that are coming out for this power play, you're going to have to look for Freemuth. You know, Freemuth is a junior. He scored over 50 goals, and he's going to have to probably come through here. He's got Alberg, Sherwood, Ban, and the last one is Wojula. So I think they got their power players out for the power play.
Well, you mentioned Zach Freemuth leads this team with 4 power play goals on the season. The penalty will go to Henry Fitzsimmons, 2 minutes for roughing as it loads in here on our game sheet. And the faceoff is won by Glenbrook South. The Titans with the 4th best power play in the SHL at 19.2%. Scored a power play goal against New Trier. They're looking for another one. Quick shot, 12 seconds into the penalty, goes out of play.
GBS looks patient on that first drop of the puck. Still got, that was just 12 seconds. So now I guess it's coming out of the zone now. Must have tipped the GBS stick.
Tough break for GBS, but still plenty of time to work with on the power play. Face-off is won by the Titans. Goes to Almberg, who dumps it down. Goes to the far side. Cowan tried to swipe it out. Jason Ban keeping pressure alive. Ban below the goal line. Threw it up high to Almberg. Across for Ryan Mulvey, and a whistle. And the net off of its posts to stop action with GBS having clear possession. Tough break.
Very opportune time for that to happen, but that could have been a bump off. That could have been, a couple players hitting it, so I didn't catch that. It was a little bit behind my view.
3:40 to go in the first period, 1:32 to go in the GBS power play. It'll be another left circle face-off for Freemuth against Mikey Baker. And they've just thrown Mikey Baker out of the dot. Instead, it'll be Cole Jobert. And Jobert wins the face-off, and it leads to an instant Loyola Gold clear. Owen Almberg with 3.5 to go in the period. In his own zone, pass up high to Freemuth. Zach Freemuth steps over the blue line, right wing side. Wraps around the net. Now to Ryan Mulvey, who's playing down low. Loyola back up high is Ryan Mulvey. Got it to Owen Almberg. Almberg wrists one in. Loyola got a piece of that on the tip, but it goes high of the crossbar. Now Mulvey down to Freemuth. Back for Freemuth, now goes to the right circle. Band centered it, looking for Freemuth again, and it gets sent all the way down. GBS with some good possession and passing there. Can't convert.
They look good on that passing sequence, Dylan, but they got to get a couple of shots on net.
30 seconds to go in this advantage. Sherwood couldn't get it past Baker, and it's cleared out to center ice by Loyola. Adrian Sokol dumps this one down, right wing side. Goes to the far side half boards for Sherwood. Now Baker. Adrian Sokol just kept it in the zone. Yep, says the linesman. Will Stevens with a nice move around one, but then couldn't get a good shot away. And here comes Loyola shorthanded. It's Cole Jobert. Jobert with 2 Titan defenders to beat, and the Titan defenders do beat him. The power play now over, so GBS goes 0 for 11 in this season series. 2+ games played against the Ramblers. Now puck on the near side half boards with 1:45 to go in the first period. Here's a center by Finnegan, but nobody there. At the right point now, Jason Band takes down a man beyond the puck. I'm surprised there wasn't a penalty for that. There easily could have been, but we play on. And now finally, Will Stevens forces it out to neutral ice. Owen Almberg back in his own zone. Ahead to Freemuth. That touched the skate of the linesman. That's a break for GBS. Freemuth's able to possess it easily. Gets taken down in the corner. Chris Sipe, and plays it to the near side. And we get a whistle, and we're gonna get another penalty, a hook. This time it's gonna go against the Titans.
Yeah, here we go. We're gonna be able to see how special teams works for Loyola and GBS. GBS gonna defend this one now. So keep it away from winger, and you'll be good.
Zach Freemuth will have a seat. And this power play will carry over into the second period as we're down to 1 minute to go in period number 1. John, the Titans were on a really great penalty kill streak. They allowed a power play goal to Carmel a couple games ago, but before that they were on a 34 out of 34 penalty kill streak. Let's see if they can get back to that form. Here's Cowan up high, wrist one. Actually, that was more of a slap shot, and it goes high of the net. GBS will clear.
A lot of speed on that shot. It just was about 6 inches over the net.
Gonna see number 14, Ryan Cowan, on the ice a lot, especially when they're on a power play. Cole Jobert playing it off the boards. Grant Loughran trying to clear, but Bain will recover. Just 20 seconds to go in the opening period. Here's Sipe. Chris Sipe down to Cowan. Ryan Cowan left circle, wrist one, that's wide of the net again. 2 missed shots for Ryan Cowan in this power play. Now here's Bain. Below the line, Levy, back for Bain. And Loyola really didn't get enough time to have a good scoring opportunity at the end, so that'll finish the first period. Another scoreless one between the Titans and the Ramblers.
Yeah, that was an oddity, Dylan, right there. Loyola went to switch a player when the puck was down low. They're on the power play. There's 8 seconds left, and they decided to switch a player, which really just left 4 people in the zone versus GBS's 5, and they were able to get it out.
So the teams will meet at their benches to talk things over after the first period. I want to discuss Ryan Cowan again, number 14 in there. He's the only returning player for Loyola Gold from last season that had more than 5 points last season. He had 30.
Okay, well, listen, so he's going to be somebody key that they'll be looking for especially these special team situations. So look for him. I don't know how much time he penalty kills, but they are going to start with 58 seconds left on the power play. So they've got the whiteboards out, and they're going to, be talking about how to get this thing out of the GBS zone. And how about a little surprise? One of the things that I find happens a lot is that if players can keep their heads up, you might be looking at a shorty here. Short-handed goal, just kind of catch Loyola off guard. So the opportunities are always there.
Tom, I want to talk about the second period. For GBS, they have the third best second period goal differential in the league, but they've gone 3 straight games without allowing a goal, or without scoring a goal in the second period. You take a look at Loyola, plus 19 in the middle frame, 29 goals for, 10 against. That's best in the league.
All right, well, let's hope that doesn't keep up, but you're looking at 5 against 4. To start this second period, 58 seconds left on this power play for Loyola.
We've switched ends. This is the period of the long change. Loyola wins the face-off to get us started in period number 2. Here's Baker, near side, right in front of his big crowd of fellow students. Now up high to Fisher. At the Glenview Stars logo, shoots, Band got a piece, and that's into Winger's glove for a stoppage just 23 seconds in.
And Owen Alberg doing a great job keeping the Loyola player in front of Winger on that power play as the puck is out at the blue line, and try to cut off some of those.
Jason Band on a shorthanded breakaway. He shoots, he scores! Jason Band's 49th career varsity goal. He's 1 away from 50. John, you called it. A shorty for Glenbrook South.
I think that if you keep your head up, take a look, instead of always clearing the puck, take a quick peek. They hit Band just faster, blew past him, and what a wrist shot. And 49 goals now, and you're talking about a senior who's coming down to the end, so he's got to have a big smile on his face tonight.
Jason Band's second shorthanded goal this season. The only Titan to do that twice so far this year.
What a big goal for him. Very happy for him.
So still 20 seconds left on this power play. It goes to Jobert, centers it, Bain to the forehand, shoots, and Winger, I believe, got a piece of that. Now it goes all the way down. And we've got Stephen Band announcing his son's goal in the penalty box. Ryan Cowan plays it up to Sight. Back for Cowan. Out of the box is Freemuth. We're back to 5-on-5 play. GBS kills another penalty. This shot thrown to the net goes high. Rebound to Cowan. Left wing side. Now Bain shoots. It got tipped and missed the net. And now Freemuth with a nice nifty play to get it to Stevens. And they would have been offsides there, so Stevens let go of the puck. The other direction comes Sight. Chris Sight to the near side. A penalty coming up against the Titans on a delayed call. Haney doesn't know it. He's sitting in his net. Finally gets the signal from the bench, and the Titans touch up. And so, Loyola's going to go on another power play with 15 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the second. Titans lead 1-0. Ryan Mulvey on his way to the box. And we'll see what the call is as it loads into our sheet here.
Dylan, the way I look at this is it's an opportunity for both teams. Obviously Loyola being the man up is going to have the pressure to score a goal on GBS, but also if GBS can get through with this, momentum can shift and teams can take a lot away from killing an important power play.
And especially, you got to think after you're on the power play and it's going so well for you, you allow a shorthanded goal, you come out with just that much more firepower on your power play as Fisher throws it to the net, saved by Winger. Jason Band will get it out. Here's Matt Klein, out to Baker, back for Klein. Klein finds Messina, but Messina couldn't find the puck. And Grant Lochran will try and clear it out, but Fisher keeps it in the zone. Battle for the puck in the corner now. A couple guys up against the boards. Comes back up high to the right point. Fisher, he shoots, save made by Winger, rebound, and Adrian Sokol just saved a goal. The Rambler had a wide open net, and he was right there to block it. Wow. And then we got a whistle to stop play. 14:21 to go in the second. What a play by Adrian Sokol.
Yeah, Adrian Sokol, another one of our seniors. What a beautiful stop. Loyola players just had half the net all to himself. Sokol said, no way. And then Winger lost his stick. I don't know what he was yelling at the ref for, right?
I think it was the goal being off of its position. And again, that happens a lot more here in the high school league than the NHL.
It looked like, to me, like Winger thought that he had a right for the game to stop so he can get a stick. So thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah. Now up high it goes to Sipe. Loyola's still on a power play for the next 50 seconds. This shot by Cowan goes wide of the net. Chris Sipe. Now to Cowan. Towards the net, Bain was right in the slot.
Dump it.
And Will Stevens tried to get it out. It's kept alive. Here's a backhander by Levy. And that was blocked. Now Bain back up high to Sipe. Across for Cowan. Ryan Cowan down low. Cowan gets it back at the right wing point. Towards the net, was looking for a tip. Didn't find it. Well, he did find it, but it went wide. Now from a tough angle, Jobert couldn't beat the near side of Winger. Sipe keeps it in the zone. Ryan Cowan down to the point. Nice tip by Levy, and he scores. Jack Levy's third goal against the Titans this season, and what a deflection it was to get it through Winger's 5-hole. And the Titans with a shorty, Loyola with a power play goal. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Cowan had a couple choices there. Shoot it on net or hit Levy standing right in front. So that's a little bit of a highlight reel goal. They'll be pretty happy to see that one go in the way it did. But now here we are, facing, who's going to score that second goal. That was a sweet tip in and a really Winger. If he made this stop, it would have been, really double highlight reel.
Ryan Cowan's team-leading 21st point with the assist. Jack Levy gets his 8th of the season, so 3 out of his 8 goals this year have been against the Titans. Face-off win goes to Glenbrook South. Now it's Fitzsimmons. Finnegan with it. Try to get it down low. Luke Winger plays it to the near side. And a battle for the puck. Eventually comes out to Adam Sokol, poking it ahead. Adam Sokol catching up to the puck, wiring one. Haney made the stop, was probably going to miss the net anyway. Now here's Pajurski on a point-blank chance. He was looking for his 3rd goal of the season, didn't find it there, and then Adam Sokol gets taken down, and from the crowd here at Glenview Ice Center goes palms up. Hey, where's our penalty?
Hey, one Loyola guy hits the deck, one GBS guy hits the deck. No arms raised by the ref, so this is a decent, really good rivalry. I might not know how steep it is, but these guys want to win. And we got a 1-1 game, and we're in the second period, and most of it's still left to play. So let's see how Freeman, Van, and Loyola do.
The first line out there for Jim Philbin. Can't take possession off the face-off, but keep it in the attacking zone with pressure. Sipe trying to do something about that. He will spring Bain off his skates. Now here comes Mikey Baker. Baker down to the corner. Now it's Bain with it again. Pin up against the boards. Couple of guys there for each side. Now Jason Ban will collect it. Try and clear it out. Kept in the zone by Cowan. Now Ban finally forces it out, but it goes to Sipe, who backhands this one down into the zone, above the crossbar, and off the end boards. Not sure if our camera is picking it up here, but there's been a beach ball flying around here at the Glenview Ice Center. Gerard gives us the nod. Looks like you are seeing that at home. Of course, today is Winterfest celebration at the Glenview Ice Center. Here's a 2-on-1 for Loyola. Jobert shoots, and that missed the net wide. Centering pass, Levy shoots, and that got stopped, and Jobert had it right there, but it went off his skates. Now into the zone again comes Loyola. Messina down in the corner. Shifts to the left corner. Tommy Messina tried to get it to Nelson, but blocking that is Callahan. Out to neutral ice. Eric Steenstrup forces this one down into the zone. It'll go directly on net, and that'll be a stoppage in play. Loyola leading shots on goal here, 17-8, but all even on the scoreboard.
Well, Dylan, I don't know if you noticed this. We talked a little bit about momentum. Loyola scores the tying goal, and since that tying goal, you can take a look and see who's putting all the pressure on who. GBS really seems like they're a step behind right now, so they better pick it up here. One way to do that is to score another goal and get that momentum going the other way.
Looks like they gave a penalty after the whistle to Aiden Fisher for elbowing. So GBS is going to have a power play here. They will win the face-off. John, I didn't see that call, but we'll play on here. Sokol shoots, and that's stopped by Haney. Now it goes down to Sipe. He plays it off the boards. Lochran keeps it alive. Down to Freemuth. Touch pass to Adrian Sokol. Across for Lochran. He couldn't keep it in the zone as he deflects it out. Adrian Sokol. Dumping this one down. It goes to the far side corner. Jason Band 1 goal away from his 50th career varsity tally. Adrian Sokol's shot gets blocked, and Lochran will keep it safe, as Loyola thought maybe there was time to have an odd man rush the other direction. Freemuth into the zone. Tried a spinorama, faked it actually. Adrian Sokol shoots, that's blocked. Wyatt Sherwood. Now to Adrian Sokol, down to Zach Freemuth. Freemuth dropped it off. Adrian Sokol back to Freemuth one more time. Freemuth to Adrian Sokol. Try to wrister. That one wouldn't go, so here comes Steele. Short-handed. He will just dump it down and allow his teammates and himself to get a line change. So here comes Glenbrook South the other way. Sherwood couldn't get past Jobert. Adrian Sokol will dump this one down below the line. Haney will grab it and play it to the near side corner. Stolen by Sherwood, got it down low to Ventura, who tried a shot, he got stuffed, and the Ramblers will clear it again.
22 seconds left on this power play.
GBS maybe with one more rush before Fitzsimmons comes out of the box. Fisher make that. Loyola defending the halfway line well. And with that, the penalty over, and we're back to 5-on-5. So GBS goes 0 for 2 on the power play. Ryan Mulvey to the near side looking for Sherwood. It's forced out to neutral ice. Cowan goes back. Touch pass up to fresh out of the box, Aiden Fisher. Fisher shoots. Winger makes the save. The student section for Loyola thought that was a goal. They really saw the puck on the other side of the netting. Now this one sent down. Looks like there's something on the ice down there at the left side circle. I'm not sure what that is. We'll keep playing here. 8:40 to go in the second period. 1 goal for each side at the Glenview Ice Center. Pass up to Messina. Tommy Messina into the zone. Down to the corner. Messina races by Mulvey. Now to Sipe. Chris Sipe centers it. Here's a slap shot attempt by Finnegan. That wouldn't go. Here's a shot from the near side, and Winger forced to make a quick save he wasn't expecting to. Deflected off Adam Sokol's helmet, and that'll avoid the icing. How about that? He was letting the ref know, too. He was knocking on his helmet like Andrew Shaw did when he thought he scored a goal.
No way.
Now there's going to be a penalty, a hooking call. And John, I can't even tell if that's against the Titans or Ramblers now.
I think that's on GBS. I think GBS made a change. GBS player came out, somehow got his stick on there, a one-on-one Loyola coming into the zone, but
it's going to be Alex Tutsius to the box.
I did not like that call at all. I thought everything was legit on that one. It was almost like the Loyola player bumped into Tutsius.
All right, so another power play for Loyola Gold. 7:55 to go in the second period. They win the faceoff. Here's Sipe up high. Over to Cowan. Ryan Cowan. Down below the line, it's Levy. Sipe to Cowan. Ryan Cowan shoots, blocked by Adrian Sokol, I believe, was the man to get a piece of that. And the Titans will clear. Grant Loughran forces it the length. Sipe. Skating through neutral ice. Drops it off Cowan, now to Jobert. Old Jobert, couldn't get it ahead. Here comes Jason Van, shorthanded again. Van tried to center it for Fremont. That didn't work out. Adrian Sokol thought there was a man over there, but instead Jason Van will play it back. The Titans playing keep away here, halfway through the penalty. Now they dump it down.
Great play by Owen to cut off that Jason Van pass before it hit Freeman.
50 seconds to go in this Rambler advantage. Here's Cowan. Thought Sipe was not going to go for a change, and that results Loughran to grab it easily and flip it down. Now Matt Klein behind his goaltender Braden Haney. Aiden Fisher skating through neutral ice with speed. Got around Ventura. Fisher down to the corner. Puts on the brakes. Goes to Baker with it below the line. Tried to center it for Finnegan. The Titans find it first and clear it. Nice penalty kill here for Glenbrook South.
Yeah, Sokol's having a really good game. He's controlling his body, controlling his stick, getting it in the way.
Here's a steal. Jason Van shoots in. The save is made by Haney. Remember, Jason Van could do it in this game. 1 goal away from his 50th career varsity goal. A milestone that Zach Freemuth accomplished earlier this season in Crystal Lake against the Barrington Broncos. Here is Zach Freemuth. Out to Wojla. 2-on-1 for Glenbrook South. Casper Wojla takes a shot and Haney makes the save. Now this one centered to the slot. Cowan tried a shot. Luke Winger sticks it away. And here comes Zach Freemuth again. Penalty now over. Zach Freemuth tried to get it to Ban. That wouldn't work. Now this one deflects into the Titan bench, and we will get a stoppage in play. 5:14 to go in the second period. Some great chances over the last 30 seconds to a minute for Glenbrook South, but no capitalization again.
Dylan, that was a saucer pass. Going to do that, but Loyola is getting their sticks in the way too. I think it is coming down to who's got their sticks, who's doing the most post checking, who's having the most defensive stops by having your stick in the right position to block those lanes. And so far, it's working out really for both teams as we're sitting 1-1.
Gerard showing you the fans a little bit there. Nice packed house here in Glenview, even with a $5 entry fee for Winterfest. The Titan fans are showing up, and the Rambler fans are too. They've got just as many students on their side as the Titans do to our left. 5 minutes to play, second period, 1 goal apiece. Each goal was in the second period after a scoreless first. Will Stevens poking this one down to the corner. Finnegan finds it. Tried to put it through Ban's legs. That's Steenstrup. Instead it goes to the Ramblers. Here's a shot from Henry Fitzsimmons. It was going high, but into the glove of Winger anyway. We will get another stoppage.
Yeah, that was Winger's 20th save. Just flashing a little leather. I don't think that was that hard of a shot to stop. Almost head high, so just right into the big net.
Face off in the Rambler attacking zone. 4:38 to go in the second period. Right off the draw, the Ramblers try a quick set play. That did not work. Shave a second off the clock there, and we'll do it again.
It's a good try. Levy tried it. It's the second time he's done that tonight.
Couple of 81s taking the face off. Possession goes to the Ramblers. Here's a shot towards the net. It got tipped on its way. That was off the stick of Mac Klein. And Luke Winger stayed sharp. Here's Cowan to the net. Save made by Winger. rebound, they score. Aiden Fisher punching that one into an open net. And with 4:20 left, Loyola has their first lead of the hockey game.
I think Winger's talking to Jason Van, number 68.
Owen Almberg.
I think they were just trying to help each other out. They might have got their signals mixed up. Loyola guy got behind him in the paint. Was able, he just got position, was able to just smash it home after Winger made that initial stop.
And you can tell Luke Winger loves the energy from the Loyola fans. I'm not going to repeat what they were just saying. Maybe you heard it through our mics, but there's Ventura down to Sherwood. He couldn't tip that one in. They were chanting, and there was a clapping pattern going along with that. He was tapping his stick on the ice as they were clapping. It doesn't faze him. He's still as locked in as you can be with 20 saves on the night. The Titans offense needs to help him out a little bit, John. Over the last 5 games, the Titans have failed to score more than 2 goals in all of them.
Well, they're going to need their second goal here.
Keeping it in the zone is Steele, at least he thought so. The Ramblers side of the barn here doesn't agree with the call. As you hear another unrepeatable chant. 3:35 to go here in the second period. Titans trail by 1. Yeah, right. It's a good thing it's not real radio, right? Otherwise we've got a fine in the mail. Tell you what, if you're watching on Twitch, those microphones are way more sensitive. You probably heard it a lot clearer if you're not on the radio side of things. Here's Nelson. Out of Waltman. Out to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons around Vanderplug with a nice move. And then he gets taken down. And no penalty called. Some of the Ramblers on the bench thought there should have been one, but we will play on. Vanderplug, down to Stevens. Will Stevens skates through the zone. Takes a shot, top of the left circle, and that's an easy one for Braden Haney. John, something interesting here is that usually you don't see goaltenders as a captain or alternate captain. We've got a battle of 2 alternate captains in net. Braden Haney wears the A for Loyola, Luke Winger for Glenbrook South.
On some of those rushes, when GBS is coming up, they're using their speed, but they're sometimes too fast. They don't get an extra help to somebody to pass to, and so they're forced to shoot the puck on their own. So they want to slow it up for a second once they get across that blue line.
2:40 to go in this second period. Here's Wyatt Sherwood over the blue line. Takes a hit in the boards. Goes down to the corner. Klein. Sherwood now sight will take it away. Intercepted by Ban. Jason Ban going up high with it. And we have a whistle, and the net has come off of its posts again. And that happens a lot here at the high school level. They don't have those pegs that they have in the NHL. They just sort of have those forks that you kind of have to stick it in and hope it stays in there. But it's happened quite a lot in this game. Probably, I would go as far as to say, more than usual.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much for every game. Some of the games we've called together, Dylan, that's happened, 5 to 10 times throughout a game. So.
Braden Haney shaking his head at something that the referee was saying. Anyway, we'll play on. Ryan Cowan, off a face-off win for Loyola, goes to Jobert. Now up high, into the zone comes Mikey Baker. Baker drops it off, Jobert. Back for Baker again, left corner. Jobert, up high to Cowan, or at least he thought. Wyatt Sherwood got a nice stick on that one to force it out. Now Owen Almberg's got it. Less than 2 minutes to play in this period now. Steenstrup gets taken down. Here comes Zach Freemuth. Freemuth down to the corner. Eludes one checker. Brings it up high. Penalty coming up against the Ramblers here on a delayed call. Steenstrup up high to Almberg. Now back to Steenstrup. Jason Van with possession. Still no whistle. 6 attackers out there on the delayed penalty. Finally, Bain goes forehand, backhand. That'll draw the whistle. And with 1:29 to go in the second period, it'll be a power play for Glenbrook South for the third time tonight, 0 for 2.
Let's see if GBS can put this power play to good use before this period ends. If not, they can look forward to 31 seconds on a clean sheet of ice, but they want to do it now.
The first line was just out there for Glenbrook South, so Philbin will start his second power play unit. Loyola wins the face-off and will clear. Similar to the first period, this power play will carry over into the second period, but Olmberg just cross-checked Jack Levy, and that'll draw a call, so the Titans' power play comes to a screeching halt 13 seconds in. We'll see some 4-on-4.
I think a questionable play by Winger. I don't know why he didn't play that puck. He literally, it was a lob up in the air, went over the GBS blue line, and Winger just watched it go 5 feet from him with nobody around, and then that set up the situation where GBS had to put the lick on the Loyola player behind the boards there. He gets called for a penalty.
Face-off win for the Titans. Baker lost his stick, so 4 skaters aside. Here comes Steenstrup into the zone, down the left wing side, over the blue line to the corner. Now to Stevens. Puck pinning up against the boards. John, back in your day, the whistle would have sounded by now. They keep playing. And Cowan collects the loose puck. Ryan Cowan up high to Fisher. Waiting to be on sides was Baker, so he was slightly out of the reach of that pass. Adrian Sokol will take it. Steenstrup in neutral ice, comes over the line. Sipe will take over. And now Baker passes it to Cowan. 24 seconds to play in period number 2. 2-1 the score in favor of the Ramblers here at Glenview Ice Center. Freemuth taken away by Messina. Maybe one last second chance here for Loyola. Cowan goes to Messina. Only 3 seconds left. This comes outside the zone. That'll finish the second period of play here at Glenview Ice Center. The visiting Loyola Ramblers with a come-from-behind 2-1 lead after the Titans scored the first goal. And the teams will make their way into the locker room. An exciting first 2 periods, but GBS is trailing. They're going to have to find a way to come back.
Well, I don't know if you noticed that. Well, first of all, I have a couple comments to make, though. I think GBS has to start being more deliberate with their passes. So far in these 2 periods, I've seen GBS not pass fast enough. I've seen them pass too fast, where they're hitting their teammates' sticks, but then they're bouncing off, and it's not working out the way that they wanted them to do that. So I think they just have to get more deliberate with their passes. Whenever they're taking their puck into the offensive zone, they're going to want their players with them. So they're going to have to be thinking a little bit more when they get across the blue line. Do I just proceed to the goalie, or do I put the brakes on for a second and let my players catch up so I have a couple more options? The last thing I want to say is, I don't know if you noticed this, but the GBS goalie just went to shake Winger's hand as they walked out of the same exit on the thing, and Winger didn't shake his hand. So that just might be that competitive edge. I don't look at that as something that's unsportsmanlike. He wants to win this game. We had a 1-goal differential here, and GBS is not on top, so he's really focused.
All right, well, it's a low-scoring game like you predicted. Still 17 minutes left after the Zamboni takes care of business at the Glenview Ice Center. We're going to mute our mics and take a timeout of our own, but don't go anywhere. An exciting finish between these 2 SHL rivals coming up shortly. Are live. Welcome back to the South Hockey Radio Network, live on Mixlr and live on Twitch. We have got the third period coming up between the Titans and the Ramblers. GBS, after a scoreless first, took the lead with a shorthanded goal early in the second. Loyola came back with 2 unanswered to bring us to where we are now, a 2-1 lead for the Ramblers. Entering period 3, it'll be 4-on-4 for 30 seconds, then a quick 14-second Loyola power play, and GBS will look for the game tire. Dylan Ward along with John Ward, my father, for this one at Glenview Ice Center, and it's been a really exciting, intense game, but the Titans offense just not delivering again. They're in danger of going 6 straight games with scoring 2 goals or fewer.
Yeah, I think that the keys to this third period is speed. Freeman's going to have to really get on the score sheet here today, and defense is going to have to hold back some of these fast Loyola skaters. They're coming across that blue line. They just seem to have more. They seem to be a little bit of a tighter game coming into the GBS offensive zone. So I'd like to see that for GBS going the opposite direction, and then Winger's just going to have to probably stand on his feet for this third period. They're being outshot 22-12 after 2 periods.
Dad, how about over in Winnetka right now? It's a 2-0 lead for Glenbrook North against New Trier Green, and that would be quite an upset. GBN could be the only team this season to beat the Trevians twice, as they did it earlier. One of New Trier's 4 losses was against the Spartans.
Now listen, we got 1 period to play. GBS down by a goal. This is totally doable. They just gotta be thinking smart, hitting that guy on the fly, and using their speed to match up to Loyola's speed.
All right, the Titans trail 2-1 in the third period for the 3rd straight game. The prior 2, they were not able to come back. Here's Cowan, dumping this one down. Luke Winger steers it aside. Remember, 4-on-4 for about 13 more seconds here. We switch ends again. Titans go from left to right. Zach Freemuth down into the zone. By the goal line, dropped it off. Jason Van shoots. That gets deflected high of the net. Rebound comes to the near side, and the Ramblers the other direction. Fisher across from Messina. He shoots in. Luke Winger makes the glove save.
All right, easy save for Winger, and I'm actually pretty happy that he just held on to it, because he's batted away a couple that ended up not going to his players. So that just gives Loyola 1 extra advantage. So, if things aren't working out perfectly, just stop play with your glove, and let's get that face-off and get a face-off win to get possession back that way.
We were talking about Loyola's inability to score in the first period of games as of late, but in the third period is where they thrive. They've scored at least 1 goal in the third period. 7 of their last 8 contests, including a big game-tying goal against New Trier Green in that SHL network matchup, one that New Trier won in overtime. Boy, was that an exciting game. Adrian Sokol over the line. Bain picked his pocket and gets it ahead to Jobert. Offsides, called by the linesman, will stop play. Just 1:07 into the third period. Loyola leads shots 24-12 and the game 2-1. They've got the Titans doubled in both those categories.
I think that last play was a pretty lucky call for GBS, because I thought that Loyola guy was onside. But the linesman called it. That was pretty far away from the play, so we'll take it.
Faceoff does go into the GBS zone anyways. And now here comes Ventura dumping this one down. Battle for the puck. Along the corner boards. Will Stevens finds it out of nowhere and gets a shot away to his forehand. And Braden Haney makes the save, and the net comes off its moorings again.
I did not see that one, Dylan, but it looks a little suspicious. To all the parents, parents listening, I didn't mean that.
talking about the net?
Somehow is knocked off.
Right. All right, back underway. Here's Nelson. Across for Bain. Cole Jobert. Around Loughran. Couldn't get around Sokol, and he will steal the puck away from him. That's batted out of midair by a high stick of Baker. The Titans will touch up to negate that. Here's Sherwood. Couldn't grab the puck, and Cowan forces it to the near side. Ventura will steal it. He takes a shot. After stepping over the blue line, he was aiming top right, but the glove of Haney was there.
Now on that shot, who was that, Dylan?
Ventura.
Ventura comes across the blue line. I actually like that shot, even though he didn't have any other players with him. So you want to at least put the disc on the net, because crazier things have happened.
David Ventura, I don't know if you're watching at home, but at college, of course, David Ventura, my color commentator for a nice little stretch here over this season during his winter break from college. Adam Sokol gave it away at Steele. Down to the hash marks, Olmberg got it to Pajerski. NG Pajerski looking for 2 goals in 3 games, if he can find one here. Scored on senior night, the only Titan to do so. NG Pajerski comes out to neutral ice, and it's Fitzsimmons back for Sipe. Chris Sipe to Fitzsimmons again. Plays it off the near side boards and all the way down. Finnegan races in there to grab it. Liam Finnegan, now it's Waltman. Stevens takes a hit from Finnegan. That's Fitzsimmons. Now Waltman, try to centering pass. Cowan's backhander goes wide of the net. Rebound, Ryan Cowan brings it up high. He shoots, and that's off the glove of Winger. Bounces right to the front of the net. Finnegan now back for Sipe. Sipe shoots, that's blocked. Here come the Titans the other way. Matt Callahan trying to catch up to this puck. Callahan gets a shot away, and that misses the net far side past Haney. Exciting start to this third period. Just less than 4 minutes in, we've seen plenty of chances for both sides. Titan bench wanted a penalty on that play, not going to get one, and Cowan gave it away. Here's Callahan, he shoots, whipped on his first shot, then brought it behind the net. Callahan to Vanderplug, one-time attempt, he whiffed on that. Now here comes Fisher the other direction. A pass over to Messina, and he hit the post with the shot, and the goal way off its post now. End-to-end action at the GIC. To start this third period. Wow.
Yeah, that was very exciting. First of all, Loyola tripped one of the GBS players. Refs missed that call. Flying down, GBS on a really quite tight breakaway. Just the GBS player wasn't able to pull the trigger in time. He had a little bit of an open net. And then Loyola comes back down, and they hit the post. So
it's like a 3-on-1 rush there for Loyola. Jason Band got it to Wojula. Kasper Wojula over the line, threw it on net, had it away. Now it comes to the near side. Loyola finds it, and they will get it out to neutral ice. Here comes Messina, who just hit the post. Tommy Messina, nice play by Grant Loughran to get it off his possession. Then Ban off the boards with another nice play to Freemuth, who brings it ahead to Wojula. Kasper Wojula. Down below the line, centered it, and that gets tipped away. Jason Band nearly gave it away, but Olmberg will recover. The Titans will have to tag up. And now Loyola's got possession. It's Steele. And dumped down by Klein on target. Winger will get it to Olmberg. Now to Sherwood, 3-on-2 for the Titans here. Sherwood leads the way, takes a shot, blocked by the stick of Nelson. It'll go out of play, 11:51 to go in the third.
GBS is going to have a tough time scoring even on that 3-on-2 if every player is at the same level inside the zone. They were running a straight line across the ice, and then it kind of forced the GBS player to shoot because there's really nobody to pass to.
Face off at the left circle. Will Stevens wins it back. Adrian Sokol faked the shot, and he tried one but got stuffed. Now Cole Jobert the other direction. Grant Loughran the defender. Loughran makes a nice play to get the puck again. Grant Loughran with a couple of good, potentially goal-saving plays in this period. Now Sherwood, down to Ventura. Now Stevens tried to center it for Sherwood. He tried to, and it goes to Cowan, who gets it up to Bain. Charlie Bain through the neutral zone. Couldn't get around Adrian Sokol, but Cowan finds a loose puck, and that touches the netting and stays in bounds. But as long as it touches it, the refs have to rule it out of play. So we stop with 11:15 to go in the third. Loyola with 26 shots to the Titans 16. 2-1 game favors the visitors here at Glenview.
Yeah, I think GBS are going to have to watch out for Sipe and Cowan, as they look like they got the fastest legs tonight. And so we got to watch out. Always know when they're on the ice, because they're going to be significant in this game.
And that's the beauty of playing at home for the Titans, having the last change. This one is sticked away by a winger. Now it goes to Zach Waltman. Up high for Sipe. He shoots, that's blocked. Adam Sokol brought it out to neutral ice. He dumped this one down below the goal line. Chris Sipe to Henry Fitzsimmons. Adrian Sokol will recover. Adam Sokol, younger brother of Adrian, who's got the puck now, tried to get it back for his brother, but Sipe intercepts. That looked to be offsides, and yep, there is the whistle to stop play with 10.5 to go in the third period. Titans trail by 1.
Exciting game. Loyola's still up by 11 shots on goal and up by 1 goal in the game. So, you know, not time for any kind of a timeout or anything like that, but, you know, Coach Philbin's going to have to work this out.
Almberg off the boards, looking for Callahan. Taken away by Fisher, who got it to Messina, but he gave it away to Ryan Mulvey. Now Levy dumping this one deep. Owen Almberg to Eric Steenstra. And offsides here. I want to take a second, John, to give a very special shout out to my grandfather, Jerry Maher, who we understand is tuned into the game. We were able to figure out how to hook him up with Twitch on the Roku. So, Grandpa, if you are listening, thank you so much for doing so. I know you are a former Loyola Academy Rambler, but hopefully you're rooting for the Titans tonight.
Wow, I really owe all that to your mother, Dylan, who set him up on Twitch about an hour before the game started, so all he had to do was sit in his chair and turn up the volume.
9:49 to go in the third period.
This game is not disappointing. This is a Loyola 2-1 lead, so low-scoring game, and that's what we expected. We just have to see Freeman's on the ice now for this with Wojula and Ban, and so we're going to have to see what kind of action they give us here.
Freeman tried to take a shot, but his stick was, just couldn't get it in a good position, I guess. So it goes down to the corner. Right in front of the big Loyola student section, who is, quite frankly, blocking our view. As the puck's been down in that corner for a long time. And now finally comes back up high to the right point. Owen Almberg shoots, and Mikey Baker makes the block. Now Bain dumping this one down. Baker chasing after it. Centered it, but it went to Almberg, who got it to Ban. Jason Ban out to Wojula now. Wojula over the line, dropped it off for Freemuth. Racing in there was Bain to stick that away. Titans get it back. Jason Ban centers it for Freemuth, and his tip just missed the net. Now in the right side corner again, Baker's got it. He's going to send this all the way down, and it will slow down and not be an icing.
By the time Ban gave that puck to Freemuth, Freemuth was too deep. If he hit him a half a second earlier, he would have been off in front of the net.
Sherwood shoots. The save is made by Haney. Rebound goes to Almberg. You can tell the Titans really starting to press here, knowing that they're in danger of losing their 4th straight game. Loyola's got it. Here comes Cowan, skating through neutral ice with speed. Tried to get past Sokol, could not, and it goes back for Steele. Will Steele. Now it's Waltman into the zone, taken away by Stevens. Will Stevens, it's a couple defenders to beat, but centered it, looking for Ventura. He was taken down. Comes back out to neutral ice again. Vanderplug to Sokol far side, neutral zone, dumps it deep. Steele, now to Sight. 7.5 to play. Interception by the Titans, but not for long. It goes to Finnegan, who gets it back to Sight. It's past the neutral ice, intended for Fitzsimmons, but taken by Pajurski, goes back for Vanderplug. Vanderplug into the zone, wires a wrist shot, trying to beat Haney far side, unable to do that. We continue to inch closer to the end of regulation here. 2-1 Loyola. Glenbrook South looking for the season series sweep. And Grant Loughran takes a man down into the boards, and the referee has called a penalty.
I'd like to see what he calls here because both players were right on the puck. It was just a quick push, which is just a strength play by Loughran. That wasn't a penalty in my opinion at all.
I believe I just saw the roughing signal. And as it loads in here on our end,
you're going to see Cowan, you're going to see Sipe on the defensive side. So those are their speed players, and they win the draw.
Can confirm that roughing is the official call. Here's a shot by Jobert. It goes high of the net. Loyola's looking for their second power play conversion of this game. GBS only has one goal in this game, John, and it came shorthanded. Can they do it again? Chris Sipe. Out to neutral for Jobert. Plays it to Bain. Charlie Bain into the zone. Got around Almberg. Down to the corner. Freemuth pins Bain up into the boards. Goes to Sipe. And couldn't get it to Cowan. Jason Ban with a stick in there. Good call, John. Ryan Cowan into the zone again. Left wing side, dropped it off for Bain. Bain left circle, shoots. And I think Almberg got a piece of that to deflect it high. 6 minutes to go in regulation time here at Glenview Ice Center. Ryan Cowan. Down below the line. Out to Jobert. Charlie Bain for the Ramblers. Comes to the near side. Gets it up high to Fisher. Fisher to the net. That was going wide, but into Winger's glove anyway. 5:40 to go in the third. 43 to go in Grant Loughran's roughing penalty.
It was a smart play by Winger because he put the leather on that puck and he stopped play. GBS had some tired legs out there, and Loyola had just refreshed their defensive core. So they were going to lose that battle if it went on too much longer in the zone.
Here's Fisher, left point. Down to left circle, back up high to Fisher. Got it to Baker below the goal line. Mikey Baker. Up high to McLean and a score! Tommy Messina tips it in, no goal! A high stick, and the referee waves it off. Loyola thought they had converted on the power play with 5:19 to go up by 2 goals. No, sir, says the official.
And at least for the players on the ice, Dylan, they're not giving that much of an argument. More the Loyola bench is complaining, but that was for sure over the shoulder. So, kind of a great play in the schoolyard, but not a legal one on the ice.
All right, so that's certainly a rush of emotions up here in the broadcast booth. It looked like a great tip, but John, you seem to know it right when it happened. That was a high stick. No goal for the Ramblers. Power play is now over for Loyola Gold. So out of the box comes Loughran. in exchange for Loyola. We're back to 5-on-5 play. Speaking of 5, we're down to the last 5 minutes, less than that. Jason Ban out to Freemuth. Loyola tipping this one in. Coming back with it is Aiden Fisher, and now it's Mikey Baker. Slides this one down to Messina. Fitzsimmons dumps this down, and we get a whistle. And I think we might have another penalty this time against the Ramblers. You can see head coach of the Loyola Ramblers, Scott Sorello, trying to communicate with the referee what that whistle was for.
We have nobody going to the box yet. For Loyola, maybe it's a bench penalty.
Well, they're having a discussion right now. 4:25 to go in the third period. Titans trailing this game 2-1, and the shots 27-18. And they'll continue to talk things over. And yes, a penalty. Fitzsimmons goes to the box. And the Titans have been given quite a gift here.
Yeah, I was going to just call it
Too many men on the ice is the call.
Too many men on the ice.
Yes, so it's a bench minor. You're right. All right, so too many men for Loyola. Now they've got one less. Let's see if the Titans can take advantage.
And Ban to get on the ice pretty fast here. I think they're standing up on their bench already.
You got to wonder if Jim Philbin will pull Luke Winger out of his net earlier than usual. Being on a power play, you could get that 6-on-4 advantage if you're able to do that. Cole Jobert, though, will dump this one down to the Titans zone. Ryan Mulvey to Owen Almberg. Almberg ahead to Sherwood. Wyatt Sherwood to Ryan Mulvey. Back behind the net, Chris Sipe couldn't get it out. Almberg kept it alive. Diving is Jobert to block Almberg's shot. Then Sherwood from the right circle shoots, and Braden Haney makes the save.
Yeah, he's going to be doing that all for this whole power play. Up by a goal, 3 minutes and 46 seconds left, so anything coming his way, he's not going to take a chance at all, and he'll stop playing.
Again, it looks like here on our Twitch stream, it says second period.
He had a goal in his last 7 games, so look for him to just want to light that lamp.
It
He's
sounds
done
like
it 52 times.
Got that fixed. Here is Zach Freemuth up high, right wing circle. Jason Ban wires one. Jack Levy makes a nice block and is hurting a little bit after that. And the Ramblers will clear it the length again. 3:21 to go in the third period here at the GIC. Titans looking for a comeback to end a 3-game losing schneid. Jason Ban goes up high to Adrian Sokol. Now it's Owen Almberg. Touch pass goes to Freemuth. Now Sokol shoots, and that just missed the net. Fisher tried to clear. Sokol kept it alive. But then Levy forced a backhander out to neutral ice. 27 seconds to go on this power play. Luke Winger still in his net for the time being. I think Philbin's going to wait for this penalty to expire and then get him off of there. Almberg ahead to Sokol. Goes to Sherwood instead. Now down to the corner below the goal line. Stevens below the line. Got it to Almberg. Penalty over. Owen Almberg, wrist shot. That was saved. Will Stevens centered it. Looking for Sherwood. He had a point-blank chance, but they couldn't connect on that pass. Now here comes Bain into the zone. The left side half boards. Got it down low to Finnegan. 2 minutes left in the third period.
Need possession.
Here's Bain. Left circle. Got to his puck and shoots, and that one just goes wide of the net. Maybe a piece. Bain. And the Titans still without possession. Goes to Jobert below the line. This is what happened against New Trier. The Titans just were not able to get possession of the puck, and Luke Winger was forced to stay in his net the whole time. Down to 1.5 minutes to go. Battle for the puck on the near side half boards, and we've got a penalty called. Luke Winger is angry about it.
Yeah, you might get a retaliation call, which is a typical thing that happens. Ref doesn't call the first one, and then, you know, he so-called taps his stick onto the Loyola player's helmet, and that's going to get called every time. Both refs called that play.
So an unfortunate situation for GBS. You got to take your timeout now if you're head coach Jim Philbin. And this is, John, this is exactly what happened against the Carmel Catholic Corsairs on senior night. They were down 2-1. They couldn't get Winger off for the longest time, and then they took a penalty in the last 2 minutes of the game. So now the Titans are really in a bind here. They're going to have to pull Winger and then be 5-on-5 with an empty net.
I think Loyola was, you know, playing keep away there for about 30 or 40 seconds, and I suppose that'll do nothing but frustrate GBS players, you know, that they can't even help their goaltender out to get him off the ice. And so you might have a player who taps a stick on the helmet of a Loyola player, and then all of a sudden they're going to the box. Now their situation is really, really precarious. So we'll see what happens. Hey, listen.
Loyola just got a penalty as well. Charlie Bain to the box. Okay. Still loading in on our end.
Might help.
Yeah, that completely changes the situation.
It's either Loyola's got 5 players on.
We got 5-on-5.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Never mind what we were just talking about, John. 81 versus 81 at the dot. Zach Freemuth and Jack Levy. As the officials continue to talk some stuff over.
The refs are still discussing probably just where to drop the puck. Does it stay outside GBS's zone? No, it does not. Right. It's going to come back into one of the GBS circles.
Loyola trying to win here at Glenview Ice Center for the first time since last season. Grant Loughran up to Sherwood. Puck rolls outside the zone. The Ramblers will dump it in. I think right now is when you get Luke Winger off. Get possession and you rush off ice with it. Out to Sherwood. Wyatt Sherwood to Freemuth. There goes Winger. He makes the sprint. Jason Van at the right wing side. And we get a whistle down in that corner again. 58 seconds to go in the third period. GBS looking for the game-tying goal.
I don't know what the call is here. We might have to clean up those penalties.
This game taking a quite interesting turn. Winger will wait in between the hash marks.
Something happened down in the Loyola zone, and all of a sudden this faceoff is coming out to center ice with the referees at the scorer's table discussing a few issues. Now he's going to get this game underway.
LAG chant coming from our right. Zach Freemuth and Jack Levy. Face-off win goes to Loyola, and Winger will circle back to his cage. Steers this one aside. Loughran's got it. Lays it to Almberg. Winger on his way to the bench. Zach Freemuth, now he makes the sprint. 40 seconds to go. This is the game here. Ventura keeps it alive in the zone. Loughran then does the same. Zach Freemuth slides it over to the right wing side. 30 seconds left. Almberg shoots. Ventura tipped it, and it goes wide of the net. Freemuth now at the left point. Left it for Loughran. And the Ramblers backhanded all the way down, and it just misses the net. That'll be a icing. And GBS will get another attacking zone faceoff.
Pretty nerve-wracking stuff, and I'm just a fan. A broadcaster tonight, but.
All right, here we go. And a timeout by Loyola. Or by Glenbrook South. I thought Loyola was the one who took the timeout previous.
Yeah, they're going
It
to
sounds
try
like
to,
Jim Philbin's using his right now.
Yeah, they'll try to draw up a play here. They've got all their big guns on the ice. It's going to be to the right of that Loyola goalie, and so they'll design the play from that side. So we'll see what happens. They're probably going to want to get it back to that point, and then all the GBS players flood to the middle of in front of the goalie and just throw that puck on.
GBS was outshot by Loyola in each of their previous 2 games, but they won both of them. They're being outshot here, and at that game at Allstate Arena, GBS had a 2-1 lead. Loyola came back and tied it with about 1:30 left, so obviously much less time for GBS to do that. But in this game, you can never be sure.
Yeah, I think you just got to bum rush that net, get that puck there. You got 18.7. You know, that's going to evaporate here pretty quickly.
All right, here we go. Freemuth and Levy for the millionth time tonight at the faceoff circle. Puck falls, goes to Loyola. They get it outside the zone. 14 seconds to go. Grant Lochran back into the zone. Over the line, left wing side. Loyola tips it out. Owen Olmberg chases after it. And that's the ball game. Glenbrook South's losing streak extends to 4 straight games, and the Ramblers have defeated the Titans for the first time in 3 meetings this season. They'll shake hands at center ice.
You see how much this win meant when that buzzer sounded, those Loyola players, you know, rushing to their goalie to congratulate him, and you could just tell how much this game meant to Loyola, and of course it would have meant that much to the GBS players if they won the game. So really, really tight game. It was a good game, Dylan. A lot of action. I do think Loyola had the edge, so I think you have to look back at Winger that kept him in this game longer, you know, than maybe expected. So he did stop about an additional 10 shots compared to the GBS offensive force. And so he's probably going to get that start of the game on the GBS side.
And you know, for Glenbrook South, John, this is a tough stretch in this season. As you see Jim Philbin giving a hug to Ryan Cowan there, one of his rivals over these last 4 years, and what's likely these 2 teams' final meeting against each other this season. But, you know, GBS, the big story all throughout the season has been the offense. I mean, they were winning games 6-0, 7-0, 7-2, 5-0, and they've only scored 1 goal or fewer 5 times this season, and 3 of those 5 times are in their last 3 games, including this one. And so the offense really needs to kind of figure its stuff out. I mean, you got Freemuth with just 1 goal in his last 8 games. He was scoring about a goal per game earlier this season, and there's just definitely things to work on. And for Glenbrook South, you know, this is not the right time in the season to get cold.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan, the sports world formula doesn't work that way. You got to be trending, and you know, you can have a team that's doing fantastic all season long. If not putting it together at the right time and at the end of the season, then you're going to, you know, play a little bit more desperate. You're going to look for sometimes you're looking to not lose the game, and you're losing that mentality. I'm going to go on the ice and I'm going to go get this thing, and that's usually those offensive lines, and your star players are going to put that together. So this was a tough loss. I suppose if you're going to take anything positive away, it was a 1-goal game, and I actually thought that Loyola, you know, was really putting it to GBS for most of the game, except for probably the last period, where the Loyola shots on goal started to just stay at the same level. We put a few more up on the board and made the Loyola goalie make some pretty good saves. So it's just we ran out of time on this.
All right, well, thank you for watching regardless. It was a fun time doing the broadcast with my father, John Ward. Hope you enjoyed his color analysis on tonight's broadcast. Just one more game for Glenbrook South in the regular season. That'll be on Tuesday night 7:30 p.m. right here at the Glenview Ice Center against the St. Viator Lions for the regular season finale. And then it's time for the playoffs. John, thank you so much for joining me. Any final thoughts before we go off there?
You know, just that I always appreciate you joining. It's just some good father-son time. But I didn't want GBS to win. I am a real fan of theirs. And so let's just see if they can put it together, enter the playoffs, and just put a few more nets, a few more pucks in the net, and come out with a few victories and see how deep they can go.
All right, well, we will see you on Tuesday night right here at the Glenview Ice Center. If you are on Twitch, you can stick around. The JV squad will take on Loyola right after this. Not on radio, Twitch only. So get on over to Twitch if you want to see that. Otherwise, we will see you Tuesday night.